KDS tactic number 2 coming at ya. This one is called the Fergie via KDS. Again, I'm assuming KDS is the creator of this, karldarikwam. I apologize for butchering that one. But Fergie, I'm assuming, is Alex Ferguson. Unfortunately, no screenshots, no description, no anything. It's just the name I liked and the shape that I just wanted to check out. This is somewhat similar to the previous one, the goals for fun. The halfbacks are there. Unfortunately, the Mazzala was down here as a deep line playmaker. There were 2 attacking midfielders, 2 wingers on the side. So it is a bit of a different shape. It is a bit of a different focus and format. So we're going to see how that works up against the games for fun by KDS. But with our 3 teams, as usual, of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with that said, let's dive into the Premier League and see how they did. Well, unfortunately for Liverpool, they're doing a lot worse, about 18 points or so less than what they had with the goals for fun. Aston Villa, however, about 20 more. So I guess it worked for one, not so much for the other. The attacking side, though, is still clearly there. Domestic Cups, Liverpool are out against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals 1-3 and out in the FA Cup 4th round against Brentford 0-1. Europa League only getting to the quarters this time around against AC Milan and losing out handily away from home. So overall, yeah, not a great season yet again for Liverpool. I think this tactic, with the back that it has, is just problematic for these types of teams. But in this save, just definitely didn't work. Squad-wise for Liverpool, you have, 23 goals for Nunez is definitely down from last time, 18 for Salah. You got Szoboszlai in there as well, but 26 assists for Salah, always doing all the work, and Salah with a 7-5-0. And as we switch things up to look at Aston Villa's schedule, you can see Carabao Cup quarterfinals 1-5 against Manchester United. That hurts. And the FA Cup 5th round, you're out 2-5 against Chelsea. Round of 16 this time for the Conference League. Unfortunately, you're handily dropped out against PSV. So overall, again, better than they did in the goals for fun tactic by KDS, but still not great. 8th place. You got Conference League next season. Just still, I don't even know what to say. It's just so bad. Overall, though, for the squad, you have 20 goals for Diaby and Watkins apiece, which is nice to see, I guess. 15 assists for Ramsey and Yola with 14, as does Tielemans. And then average rating, you get Diaby with a 7.24. Data hub for Liverpool, you could see you got the attacking side, through the roof on a lot of the different categories that we usually see. The shots per game, goals per game, fouls against per game, all of that. Defensively, though, wow, this side is very nice through the roof. This side, not so much. And if we look at goals per game, you could see, it almost looks like Washington, D.C. here, but 2.71 goals per game, 2.24 conceded, 2.10 XG against. These really hurt. Look how low they are compared to the Premier League average. Aston Villa having a bit better of a time than the goals for fun tactic. Unfortunately, still not getting the through-the-roof attacking that we usually see. Defensively, they're still, they've still got some new interesting pieces, but unfortunately the top part is just not there. So goals per game, 1.92, flat 2 for conceded, 2.01 XG against. Those, again, really low compared to the Premier League average. Premier League stats, at least I can show you this screen though. Liverpool in 7th with 1.45 points per game. Aston Villa with 1.42 in 8th. Most goals, Liverpool at 103. Again, the attacking side is clearly here. It's just the defensive pieces that are the problems. 73 for Aston Villa in 5th. Fewest shots against, not there. Most possession, Liverpool in 1st with 64%. Aston Villa with 60. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 783. Aston Villa with 714. Best pass completion, 90% for Liverpool. That is fantastic. Aston Villa with 89. That's pretty nice themselves. Most shots for Liverpool with only 591. Aston Villa with 471. Again, the shots for and the compared to the goals is a fantastic percentage. You're just not getting as many shots as I'd like to see on target. That's kind of the one attacking side that I don't like. So again, we have such a mixed bag for the Premier League teams. How did it work for Ipswich Town? Well, again, they were 8th last time. They're 9th this time around. 72 points. You got 111 goals, but 108 goals against. Ouch. Domestic Cups 2-6 in the Carabao Cup 3rd round against Hull. You're dropped out there, and you're dropped out in the FA Cup 4th round 2-7 against Tottenham. So yeah, again, didn't work here, unfortunately. Ipswich squad, well, 18 goals for Connor Chaplin, 13 for Broadhead is the tops. Yildiz comes in, but Hurst all the way down with only 7 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists. Assist-wise, total for the squad, 11 for West Burns and Luongo. And then is Leaf Davis even here? Doesn't look like it. But average rating, Caden Jackson with a 7.26, 14 off the bench. Maybe you should have used him a little bit more, but Broadhead with a 7.11. Wow. Well, unfortunately for Ipswich Town in the championship stats, they dropped to 9th, 1.57 points per game, just 0.01 below Leeds, where I could have showed you this screen, but unfortunately they didn't. Most goals, though, in first with 111. That is so bizarre. Fewest shots against, not there. Most possession in first with 63%. Fantastic. Most dribbles made in fifth with 804. Best pass completion in seventh with 90%. And most shots for in fifth with 574. You actually had more shots for in the goals for fun tactic than you did here. So let's just dive into the tactic itself. Now, the differences here versus the goals for fun. The goals for fun had the ball playing defenders. They had the halfbacks. But one of these midfield line was a deep line playmaker. The other was an attacking midfielder up here. And the advanced playmaker here was a winger. So there are some differences in the format of this. But let's go over it anyway. Sweeper keeper in attack is where we start out. Ball playing defenders in the central spots. Halfbacks in defend. 2 Mazzalas in support. You do have an advanced playmaker in support on the left with a winger in support on the right. An advanced midfield or attacking midfielder in attack in the central spot with an advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking width is wide, approach play is pass into space, play out of defense, passing directness is much shorter, tempo is slightly higher, low crosses, run at defense, and be more expressive. So there are a couple of tweaks here as well. So definitely don't use one over the other. But in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the back line and roll it out. And out of possession, a mid-block line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, step up more, and trap inside. But now, I'm not even going to ask how it did for these three teams. Clearly, it didn't work. Again, you need to really get in here and finagle it for these types of tactics. The back two and sort of the back four with the halfbacks in there, it just didn't work. You definitely need that back four for these types of teams. Even a back three tends not to work in the Premier League teams, and Ipswich Town sort of, I guess. Aston Villa doing better than the goals for fun tactic. However, still, 8th place is not where you want to see them. You want to see them about 20 points higher. Liverpool's average is about 30 points higher. So, again, you could take control of this and do a much better job. However, there's a lot of work to do on these that defensive pieces are so problematic. I mean, 85 goals against, 76 goals against are the tops right now. Well, at least first and third place, but still, there's a lot of work you need to do to get these to work. But that's it for me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.